Ladies and gentlemen, immediately President William Ruto assumed office in 2022. We saw that he dispatched his daughter, Charlene Ruto.
Leave my daughter Charlene alone. No, these are kids, they are just, they are just being children.
Charlene Ruto was all over the country, all over on social media, in all platforms, making speeches both locally and abroad. Charlene Ruto visiting county per county, meeting governors and speakers. She actually came to Kisii. She went to, I think, Machakos, plus many other regions of this country to meet top leadership. Charlene Ruto started some programs, basically related to the youth. And she moved across the country aggressively. When we had the demonstrations occur back in June, she's the only family member who came out to defend President William Ruto entirely about the issues to do with the Gen Zs.
Because I stand before you today, not just as the president's daughter, but as one of you, a young Kenyan passionate about our country's future. I hear your voices, I understand your concerns. The challenges we face as a generation are real and pressing. I want you to know that your engagement in our nation's affairs is not just welcome, but essential. I urge us all to consider the complexities of governance. Solutions that seem simple often have far-reaching consequences we might not immediately see. This doesn't mean we should stop pushing for change, but that we should approach these issues with nuance and openness to dialogue. As I continue to use my platforms to support all young people, I would like us to engage constructively. Let's criticize when necessary, but also propose solutions.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Charlene Ruto, she has not stopped what she was doing. She's still moving across the country, meeting youth, and also trying to come up with projects that are youth-related. But what was the objective of President William Ruto dispatching Charlene Ruto? Two, to win the youth and the girl child, to be specific. The youth and the female gender. Ladies and gentlemen, did this initiative bear fruit? No. Charlene, unfortunately, her efforts were all in vain. She did not manage to convince youth to join President William Ruto, to forgive President William Ruto, to support President William Ruto. She became unlovable. The youth did not embrace her as one of them. Unfortunately, I'm stating this. She did not get the support that she's supposed to get, publicly, politically speaking. She could be getting very huge contacts, following, but when it comes to the political impact, zero. Or maybe 0.1, 0.5. Ladies and gentlemen, then William Ruto and his team sat down and they came up with one weapon, one solution, one person. George Ruto. This is his last son, the youngest son. The youngest son is now ready and actually has started getting support for President William Ruto, especially the youth support. On this particular video, I want to take you through on what Ruto's son is doing. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give the channel. My name is Abel Mokwa. Thank you so much for those who've been supporting the channel. Now, first of all, before I proceed, let me thank Benedict for the support and personal support that you give to my channel. May God bless you so much. I just mentioned one name for purposes of privacy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this particular video and topic. Now, what is George Ruto doing? What is George Ruto doing? This gentleman has ventured into two areas. First, remember, he's a pilot by profession. But he has ventured into two areas, sports and transport. To be specific, matatu industry in Nairobi. What has he done? Let me go to sports first.
To develop football and sports in general in our country. Sure. Ni vile nimeisha ningesema mengi.
Wewe ni shabiki wa timu gani kesho?
Next season FC siku zote.
In sports, I have a friend of mine. We were together back in high school. And he has been pro William Ruto ever since. This gentleman has been loyal to William Ruto so much, and he has been so much interested in sports. But recently, I have seen his status. I have seen his videos on Facebook. They have been with George Ruto, and of course, in various areas in Nairobi for sporting activities. They are having youth academies, or maybe some youth clubs they are supporting. They are organizing tournaments locally in Nairobi. Why is this important? In their sports industry, they have considered the children, people who are under 18 years. And their parents have entrusted them. They have been released to go and play football during weekends. When George Ruto meets these kids, they go tell their parents, George Ruto was with us. He brought us uniform, shoes, and balls. Already, George Ruto is speaking to the parents of these kids. Mark my words. Is creating some existence, some presence within their households. Number one. Number two, they also have senior clubs. People above 18. These are youths eligible to vote. When they leave their clubs going home after meeting George Ruto, getting balls, financial support, they will go and tell their friends and their parents that we were with George Ruto and he did this and that. Ladies and gentlemen, what is being created there? Presence in their households. Not far from now, the sports industry is going to blow because of George Ruto. We are again going to see something happening in that kind of a sector. When he does that consistently, mark my words, consistently, there is an impact that is creating. And very soon, you will see. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an industry that the opposition, if they want to get the youth, they need to bank on as well. The sports industry, supporting clubs, getting them with balls, organizing tournaments, they need to get to that. Right now, I have not seen politicians, most especially in Nairobi, engaging on that. And instead, it is left purely to government to do it. Such initiatives bring the youth closer, engage them. I'm simply asking the opposition, if they don't want to be defeated by landslide, engage the youth. Let me go to the matatu industry. For those who follow the matatu industry, they know that George Ruto is deep inside in the matatu industry. Now, recently, George Ruto organized a very interesting media campaign for his another matatu launch, where he launched, I think, 2 matatus, and he named them Mood. Where you buy, when you buy a car, your number plate is KDK, KDA, KDB, KDS. But now, for George Ruto, they are written Mood. I recently was lucky to encounter Mood in the streets of Nairobi, the purple one. This matatu, it was so publicized that at KICC, we had a huge gathering there of youth across Nairobi coming to receive Mood in Nairobi. It was full. When I tell you it was full of youth, it was full. People coming to see Mood in Nairobi. Ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering what was attracting these people so much, the youth to come and, the Gen Zs to be specific, to come and see Mood. This guy George Ruto implemented something that has not been there. You know the driver's seat. Then there's that middle seat, and then the farthest end one. At the farthest end is a DJ who sits there with all the equipment that is able to mix while passengers are being moved from one point to another. So youth in that car, they're enjoying the mood. They're enjoying the mood. That is basically what George Ruto has done. What is making me to say that this matatu industry is one of the entry in Nairobi? First of all, from the crowd that he attracted, you can tell he's becoming influential day by day. That's number one. To pull a crowd, and you're not a politician as such, and most especially Gen Zs, people who think it's not easy, you must have created something that is attracting them. Something meaningful. That's number one. Number two, the matatu industry employs the youth purely. If you look at most of the drivers of those matatus, to keep up with the waking up in the morning, the music that is being played, the pace that they're being driven at, you must have a youth to drive it. To keep up with the kind of marketing they're doing, to ensure at least they're getting customers, shouting right, left, and center, calling customers here and there. Even the conductors now themselves, all of them are youth. What does this mean? George Ruto is creating some employment to the youth and is making it public to the youth that this is the area I'm investing on. So meaning the youth are getting slowly towards George Ruto's side. They are liking him because of the initiatives that he's bringing up, creating employment, engaging with them. If you check the social media posts, you'll always see George Ruto somewhere. I also saw that he was with his father at Kasarani yesterday. Is it Kasarani? They were going to watch the match yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposition must know one simple thing. William Ruto is so much interested and focused on the youth. See the kind of meeting that he held in State House. And I'm telling you, he has one of the biggest machinery to reach the youth. Dennis Itumbi. They're seriously getting the youth on board. And the youth are the strength of the opposition. I'm simply telling the opposition to wake up. Ruto is not sleeping. As far as 2027 is concerned, he is not sleeping. The political impact that the youth have in this country, it's only a fool who does not see. But if you are careful, focus on the youth. Follow the footsteps of Rick G. Rick G is seriously focused on the youth. He's seriously focused. When he comes back to the country, you will see. His message will be extrajudicial killing, abduction. Has to end. Even if it is not there, he will talk about it. I don't know what is your take, but that's just my analysis on what is happening in the country as far as politics is concerned. My name is Abdul Mukwa. See you next time for more videos. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. For those who want to support the channel, the M-Pesa number is always the one I pin here. See you next time for more videos.